prestige, I'm going up. Get 2 tacos for just 75 cents in-app only March 3rd.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
We begin this hour without war in Iran. Military confirms 3 U.S. service members killed, 5 more have been injured in the continued operation. U.S. Israeli strikes killing the country and leaving a vacuum. Now Iran revenge, firing back and racing to find a new leader. Good morning, everyone. A very busy Sunday morning. This is the KTLA Morning News at 10 a.m. I'm Megan Tellis.
And I'm Lauren Lister. We do thank you so much for joining us. President Trump says the airstrikes will continue through the week.
Yeah, the conflict triggering turmoil around the globe, disrupting air travel and oil shipments also around the globe. KTLA's Omar Lewis is joining us now live. You're in our news center, Omar. What do you know this morning?
Well, Megan, I can tell you that the U.S. military has not yet released the IDs of those 3 service members who were killed. But we know the 5 soldiers who were injured, they sustained shrapnel injuries and concussions as Iran continues its retaliatory strikes against the U.S. and Israel. Foreign Minister now says a new supreme leader will be chosen within the next 2 days. This morning, missiles and bombs continue to fly across the Middle East. U.S. forces strike targets inside Iran. Islamic Republic is retaliating, firing missiles and drones at Israel and regional U.S. allies.
Operation Epic Fury is directed towards specific and strategic.
The U.S. launched the massive air campaign early Saturday. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, in hours. The White House releasing President Trump and top officials monitoring the attack from the president. Resort in Florida. Morning lawmakers are weighing on whether President Trump has the constitutional authority to launch military action against Iran without congressional approval.
The president broke his no more regime, promised to focus on bringing down the cost of American families. He's no authorization.
Well, I find joy in I do find relief that the United States is stepping up, that we're our people of Iran.
Congress is a vote. War powers resolution could limit President Trump to continue military force against Iran.
To return and take up a vote on the war resolution.
Israel's military releasing footage of what it said was the main strike on the headquarters of the Iranian regime. As the fighting continues, some leaders also calling for an camp urging Iran to stand down.
Iran can end this now. They should refrain from the strike.
But that appears unlikely as Iranians continue on U.S. facilities across the Middle East. New video in Iran, an apartment building in Bahrain. In Iran, thousands of government supporters filled the streets. The loss of the Ayatollah chanting death to America. In other parts of Iran, crowds were seen toppling a statue of the supreme leader in celebration. The Pope also weighing in, saying he was, quote, profoundly concerned both sides to stop the violence. And moments ago, President Trump posted on social media that the U.S. military destroyed and sunk 9 Iranian naval ships. Iran's Revolutionary Guard says it is no longer allowing any ships to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, a vital export route for the oil. Officials are now warning future oil will be impacted. That is the latest for now. I'm Omar Lewis.
Take a look at LAX. Flights are canceled today. This comes as several airlines are canceling and diverting all flights serving the East. Omar was just talking about the and the strike on Iran. Airways, Virgin Atlantic, Air Canada, Airways, Emirates are the carry ground flights for Iraq, as mentioned, or excuse me, Iran and Iraq, Qatar, and the UAE. Remain close. Warning, this all means flights to India, Saudi Arabia, and the Maldives may take longer due to rerouting. And more on the strikes in Iran that are triggering a wave of mixed reactions right here at home and around the world.
In Southern California, some gathering in support. Others called the strike dangerous escalation. KTLA's Aaron Myers live in Santa Monica with how security is also getting beefed up across SoCal. And Aaron, you've been talking to a lot of people.
Hey, you two, good morning. Well, we're here at Tehran Market, and we have been talking to customers, and you'll hear from one of them in just a moment. But we have been seeing people coming out and celebrating, and others have been protesting. Now here at the market, they opened hours ago, and they're set up for the day. They cook outside here. They're known for their kebabs, and people have been talking to us, telling us what they think. But we also saw celebrations and protests yesterday. This was one of those celebrations in Westwood. Take a look. Gathered in Westwood and parts of Hollywood yesterday afternoon to celebrate the U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran, an Israeli strike killing Iran's supreme leader and other top officials. People could be seen waving flags, dancing and chanting near the federal building on Wilshire and nearby Persian Square, expressing hope for a freer Iran and regime change.
We're very happy. This is the best day ever. 47 years we've been waiting for this moment. So we're all, I can't even tell you how excited I am to celebrate this moment.
It's really a huge weight off of our shoulders to have our people seen and to have help be coming in.
Others protesting the military action. Anti-war activists were in downtown near City Hall calling for an end to it. Protesters questioning the justification for the attacks and rejecting claims that Iran posed an imminent threat. Some urging the U.S. to withdraw from the conflict, saying the government overstepped.
My heart's with the people of Iran. Like, it's just because I'm not here to defend the government here. I think they have a right to pursue the government they want. But that gives no right to do what's going on right now.
Members of the California Society for Democracy in Iran said they support the formation of a provisional government led by Iranian opposition groups. A representative of the organization saying, let the Iranian people choose their destiny. We spoke with customers here at Tehran Market this morning, one speaking out about the Iranian regime.
They are dangerous. They create animosity for the entire world. And we need a cleanup act. And there's evidently one person that stepped up. I'm not a Trumper, but I believe what he did was for the betterment of the world.
Now, we have heard about one anti-war protest that is scheduled for this afternoon in Boyle Heights. And when it comes to local law enforcement, several organizations like the LAPD and the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department say they have increased patrols around houses of worship and other sensitive areas, though they say there's no known credible threat at this time. Reporting live here in Santa Monica, I'm Aaron Myers. I'll send it back to you both in Hollywood.
Aaron, thank you for that report. You can stick with KTLA for continuing coverage on the fallout and reaction to the U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran. We'll have much more coming up in our next half hour. But until then, get the latest updates on our website, KTLA.com, or always on our free KTLA 5 app.
The Federal Aviation Administration now enforcing new airspace restrictions for helicopters flying near LAX. Starting this past week, the FAA began denying every request from helicopter pilots to enter or cross LAX airspace. The new bans on helicopters include police, fire, and medical emergency choppers. The LAPD says the FAA gave no reason for the ban or an estimate of how long it would last. The FAA released a statement saying the ban is part of a nationwide safety review.
And travelers at LAX still waiting for a key piece of the airport's transit overhaul. While the new LAX Metro Transit Center opened last year, the long-anticipated automated people mover remains delayed. The fully electric train system is designed to run 24/7, connecting passengers directly to airport terminals. Though originally expected in 2023, the project is now projected to open in the second half of 2026 amid disputes between Los Angeles World Airports and the contractor, along with cost overruns nearing $880 million. Once complete, trains will run every 2 minutes, we're told, across 6 different stations, serving an estimated 30 million riders annually.
After years of waiting, the California high-speed rail is finally moving forward. This is expected to be the year that crews begin laying track. Phase 1 will span about 520 miles and connect San Francisco to Anaheim through the Central Valley. That's expected to be operational around 2032. Phase 2 will extend the line to Sacramento and south through the Inland Empire to San Diego. No completion date has been set for that. The project aims to reduce travel time between LA and San Francisco to less than 3 hours.
And a vibrant celebration of Chinese culture once again taking over LA's Chinatown.
We're talking about the 48th annual Firecracker Run, and KTLA is a proud media sponsor. Our very own dancing dragon Ginger Chan has more.
You know, guys, we're actually standing